All right, guys, I'm gonna try and get you guys set in here. Sorry to disappoint, don't have a Disney cup today because my lovely guest brought me a Frappuccino. So, hola. Okay, I'm gonna throw you guys up into the little, it holds, okay, I'm gonna try to put my phone up here. Oh, darn it. No, maybe I didn't. Cool. I thought I turned you guys off, but I didn't. Hi, Charlotte. Okay. Sorry if I'm making you guys seasick. All right. Oh, hi, Camille. There we go. Get my arm out of the way. There we go. All right, cool. I have a new Venti Madou thing here. This is the vent from Masterworks by Amy Becker. It was gifted to me from Teresa Tobin. So I'm really excited that she gave this to me, and I cleaned it all up and now it's all nice and pretty. So I am doing a acrylic fill right now. But I already did all the prep work. So you guys only get to see the vent thing work on the finishing part. But for those of you who've watched on my YouTube channel, my client who has my psoriasis nails client, this is her also, but we're just doing a fill. So away we go. I've already done all the prep work. I've already primed. I'm using my regular product I use, which is Tammy Taylor Nails, and I am doing a fill. So there's been some discussions on the nail boards lately about using acrylic brushes that are too big and people who slop monomer all over the nail, or all over the finger, I should say. And that is really annoying. So I am using, just for the purpose of discussion, I am using a number 8 brush, and that way it's plenty big enough for me to be doing a 1-ball fill-in without getting product all over Miss Paula's fingers here, because we don't need to be getting monomer all over fingers. Gosh, it's been a long time now, hasn't it, Miss Paula? My guest. Well, it has been a while though. I think we got to be getting close to 10 years now.
Oh, I wasn't sure what the reference was for the timeline, but yeah. Yes, it's definitely been at least 10 years.
Because yeah, it was almost 20 years ago that I opened the first nail spa. So getting to be an old nail tech.
Shut up.
So, what are we going to do for Halloween on these nails? Do you want to be Halloween?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Do you want to be like scary Halloween, or
cute Halloween?
Cute Halloween, or pretty Halloween?
Hadn't thought of pretty Halloween. I thought of candy corn.
Candy corn is fun.
I don't know that it's pretty, but it's cute.
It has yellow.
I don't care. I know. Oh, you're never going to get over that.
No, but I wonder if it will bother you after a week. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No, I doubt it.
Because it's candy corn?
Mm-hmm. Because it's not all yellow.
Yeah.
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 And it's candy corn yellow, not a green yellow.
Well, that is true.
Yellows are different.
They are.
They're different tones.
I have a really, I wonder if the yellow that I have is a good candy corn yellow. I'll have to look at it. I haven't even actually really looked at it.
What were you thinking of?
I don't know.
Or you didn't have a thought?
Nope.
No thought?
No thought. I had zero thoughts.
No. I try not to think, it hurts.
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to do like, you know, purple and spider webs, or if you wanted to do,
There's a thought.
right? Or if you wanted to do orange and do jack-o'-lanterns, or if you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because we got plenty of time for autumn. Like next,
Yes.
you know, after Halloween, we can do the pretty, like, autumn leaf colors and
Yes.
the cool gold variegated foil
Yes.
and stuff like that.
So I'm looking at the time, and they changed my meeting to 3. So
Alright.
whatever works as.
I'll have you out of here in about the next probably 15 minutes,
Woo.
maybe 20.
Okay. So, yeah, I was like, yeah, I just told him, you changed the meeting time on me. I may get there late. Life will continue. It's not like you pay me.
Right?
What happens when you retire? They don't pay you anymore.
Right? Well, are we officially like going to retire, or do we still think there's a possibility we might go back?
I have decided not to make long-range plans for the near future.
That's a good girl.
So
That's probably
we'll see
smart.
what happens as the year progresses and himself maintains getting better and better. So
Yeah, I tried to be a stay-at-home mom when Rain was a few months old. It was the longest 2 months of my life that I stayed home for, and there's some people that are stay-at-home moms, you know what I mean? And that's awesome. That's not, I just don't happen to be one of them. Like Looney Tunes. When they called me to go back to work because the manager who had been running the store I worked at had finally done what she should have done a long time before, which was set her keys down and said, you can take this job and shove it, and walked out, and they were stuck without anybody who could run the store. So they called the last manager they had, which was me, and said, would you like to come back to work? And I said, yes. And they said, well, when can you start? I said, tomorrow's good. And the next day was my birthday, and I literally went back to work on my birthday, and I was
singing
thrilled.
to yourself.
Yes, I was thrilled. Like, just some people, I happily tra-la-la'd over to Nan's and dropped off Rain on my way to work and went, I get to go to work, I go to work, I go to work. I was so happy. So there's just some people that I've already forewarned the hubby that my version of retirement will be not going to a job every day. That will be how I retire, because I'll never actually be retired. I'll always be doing something.
Yep, I understand. Well, I'm doing the service club that I've done for the last almost 14 years now, and still doing advisory stuff. And I went in and met the young woman they've hired in my place, and she's very nice. But we went through my room she's in, and I'm like looking around my room going, so how do I feel about this?
Right? It's got to
There's
be
a big
weird.
part of me that's like, oh, I don't have to get up and come to work every day.
I know, I'm kind of sad though, because I've done your nails in that room.
Yes, you have.
All right, those of you watching on camera, I'm not sure if you can see this thing sucking the dust in here, but I'm kind of digging it. It's going to take some getting used to get used to working over this, this thing. But I got to tell you, I like the dust sucking capacity.
And does your table, because what you might want is to have it a little lower.
Yeah, I wonder if my new table will be lower.
Adjustability.
Yeah.
That would be what I think, is maybe it just needs to be a couple of inches lower.
Although I have to
For
tell
comfort.
you, it's keeping me, for me, it's
not
keeping me
slumping.
honest. Yeah, I'm having to sit straight up, and it's keeping my shoulders and my arms in a good position instead of the whole laying my arm on the table and kind of leaning over. It's making me sit up straight.
Yeah.
How is it for your angle?
Well, since I just get to hunker over it, you know, like Quasimodo, it's pretty comfortable. I don't know how it would be for somebody who is much shorter or much taller than I am.
Well, when I have someone shorter and taller, I will ask them.
Yeah.
But you are definitely used to sitting at my table.
I am.
So.
And I think this thing is freaking brilliant.
Right? And look, it's kind of stuck to this right here, so I can just kind of shoo it in.
Sort of like electric, you know.
Yeah, it just kind of sticks in there.
Static electricity into the. But no, whoever thought this up is brilliant.
Genius.
I thought it would be good if you had one of these in your table.
Yeah, well, and
So
I
that's
did, but it
basically-
didn't really.
it didn't work.
It didn't work. I mean, it worked, but it didn't
I don't
work.
think you could clean it out well enough, whereas this one you can clean it out.
They even sell replacement bags. So, all right. So the last bit I was using, you guys, was a gold dipped carbide that I was using to shorten, and now I'm just going over here with a medium grit sanding band. And I gotta tell you, yeah, I am totally digging this little fan guy. Oh my goodness. Because normally, right about now, I would be completely covered from head to toe in dust. It's keeping your hands more free of dust too. You know, normally you also are covered in said dust.
But I get to walk away from it.
Well, there is that.
Whereas you stay here once I leave it behind.
Well, that's the thing that, you know, for us nail techs, that's
Yeah.
different because we're around it all day.
Well, that's why they did away with slate chalkboards and chalk for teachers. Because
Oh,
you
yeah?
always breathe, yeah.
I've always wondered about that.
Yeah, well, you know, they came up with whiteboards, which
Right.
are great. But yeah, the chalk, breathe in chalk, you would, you know, sneeze yellow.
Oh, that's funny. I don't recall sneezing yellow for all the times that I had to write sentences on the chalkboard.
You didn't do it on it. Or did you were you a bad child and you had to write 100 sentences?
I had lots of sentences to write.
'Cause that will make you love writing. You make people write sentences.
Yeah, I was, it was one of those things that just having me come after school and clean desks or whatever never seemed to really get through to me. So when so by the time I hit about second grade, I spent time writing.
And you didn't find a way to embed some little nasty message in each sentence?
No, but
have
have you
something you would do?
No, but have you seen the video of the person who taped the hack? They taped 5 pens together and just slightly off, and so you can hold them, and when you write, it'll write 5 rows worth. I was like, dude, where was that? Like, I needed to have like one of the music staff chalk things for that. I could have seriously knocked out my sentences fast if I'd have been able to do 5 at a time. But no, I had to do lots of I will not talk during quiet time, stuff like that. Yeah. Then this surprises no one. Like there is
Oh, I
0
totally
people on the
understand.
planet who that surprises.
I remember in kindergarten I got sent to the back room because I was bad. But the back room had all of the jars of insects, you know, ladybugs and praying mantises. And so I played with them. And that's when I learned that praying mantises like to eat ladybugs.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I set up a ladybug side. It was... yeah.
Bad.
It is.
I missed my garden this year. I didn't get to have them a sanctuary because they were painting this stupid deck all
that's
summer.
right.
And every summer I go buy the ladybugs, which I find incredibly cool that they're shipped places in little net bags. I think it's incredibly cool. But then at the same time, I like to buy a bag of them so I can free them in my garden. And so because I'm like, well, they're going to package them up and sell them, whether I buy some or not. So at least I got to free some. And so I had lots and lots and lots of ladybugs for like 3 weeks around my garden last summer, but not this last summer. I was very sad because they were so cute. You'd just be sitting there at the little table and a ladybug would just land on you and walk over your arm, and then you could just hold your hand up and it would fly away. We eventually only ended up with about 10 permanent residents.
Yeah.
But I felt good that I sent ladybugs all back out into the world.
I also liked, doing the silk cloths and stuff in class.
Oh, yeah.
Started out as the caterpillars.
Mm-hmm.
And then my friend was getting married, and I read about where you could order these cool little foil-shaped pyramid boxes that had a chrysalis in it of a butterfly that was supposed to mature, and you could then give them to your guests and they could open them at your wedding and release butterflies.
Oh.
And I was like, that would be so cool. And my friend's response was, you want me to give the people coming to my wedding bugs? I said, no, butterflies. She goes, bugs.
Right?
She did not seem to think this was a cool idea at all. So,
right? Yeah, no, I can certainly understand. Like, it's not like you're handing everybody a jar with butterflies in it with holes poked in the top of the jars like that. You're handing them something that looks gross and wanting them to open it up.
Well, no, the little foil pyramid box was kind of cute looking.
Yeah.
I
would still think that was weird.
But
It would be cool, but weird.
Yeah, and it had, a little mesh opening in it. And I thought the company was really smart. They had a butterfly garden. And they were like, oh, and people would have weddings in the butterfly garden. Right?
Right. Well, that makes sense.
So the idea was to be able to have your own butterfly garden in your wedding. And she was like, I'm not giving my guests bugs. Well, they're not. It's a caterpillar and it's a chrysalis. So even if it didn't hatch,
And she's still like, it's a bug.
yes, yeah, I got nowhere with the no butterfly bug. No.
I'm just thankful we started finally throwing bird seed instead of rice. The rice was
That's a good idea.
You haven't heard that?
No.
Yeah, no.
That's a very good idea.
Throwing bird seed instead of rice, because then the birds eat the bird seed, which is good for them, not the rice.
Not the rice
bad.
that blows up in their bellies.
Yes.
And then nobody has to clean it up.
Yep.
Of course, then you get squirrels and rats. David goes, that's not a squirrel. I look out the window by our bird feeder, which we normally call the cat feeder.
Right.
And yes, there is a very happy, fat, glossy rat sitting right beneath it,
That's
chomping away.
That's what, when we lived on base some time ago, Rain she was little, you know what I mean? She was like 4, and she just had to have a bird feeder. Daddy, I want a bird feeder. Mommy, I want a bird feeder. Want a bird feeder. Want to feed the birds. And so we got a bird feeder. Until she was standing there at the sliding glass door watching the family of rather large rats come up to eat out of said feeder. And she was like, Mommy, there's rats. And I went over and I looked, and they were staring right back at her through the glass. And she was not impressed. And I was like, well, that's because they're eating the bird seed. She was like, no bird seed, no bird feeder. Rats. I was like, they're not hurting anybody. Rats, Mama, rats.
I know. Oh, our prejudices.
Yes. They were pretty fought gigantic rats because we lived on Bangor, and so we weren't really far from the wharfs.
Yeah.
And so they were
Yeah,
pretty big.
Brown and black rats.
Yeah. That was also the same place,
They're
though,
really large anyway.
that we had the deer that were not afraid of us because they couldn't be hunted, that would come and eat the heads off my petunias in my front yard every morning. And if you opened the door, you'd be like 3 feet from them, and you'd go, get out of here. And they would just look at you like, what are you going to do about it? And continue to stand there. You could walk right up to them and go, get out of here. And they would just kind of, if they could roll their eyes at you, they would have. And then they would just sort of wander away, like, asshole deer. But they knew nobody could hurt them.
Oh, well,
And so
that's interesting. They had like a deer college and school. Nobody can hurt you.
right? Yeah, I
I don't
mean,
think they're so stupid. They figure it out.
there hadn't been any type of hunting allowed on
Bangor.
the base for like 30 years. And it actually ended up that the population got so big that they actually did open it up one season to bow hunting so that it would help knock some of that down. But being a military base, they couldn't have just people running willy-nilly around with
I
rifles.
guess that might not be a good idea.
So they
Although I
said
tried
bow
to
hunting
convince my
only.
sister-in-law that, you know, the coyotes that she's hearing, I said, they're eating the rats. You should be glad of that. She was not impressed.
She was not impressed.
No.
I don't know that I can stand the idea. I'm going to have to figure out how to work over that, but I don't know that I can stand the idea of polishing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
See that.
I'm not going to stick my face in the camera again like I've been doing every time I've been recording. So, what do you think about this yellow?
That's fine.
That's a good yellow?
That's a good yellow.
Okay. So, orange. That's about the only orange I have that's...
Okay. It's more the design, right? Well, if you did a tricolor thing, or you fade it, whatever you call that.
Yeah. Maybe that one's better.
You are always better at this than I.
Well, what do you think? You have to wear it. I like it.
See, you're glad I didn't voice. You're like my husband. Pick one. That one. No, you don't want that one.
Well, I figure, I was also thinking
Married to an artist. Did you?
Oh, no, I was thinking that because this color, I think, would be better because I'm only going to do the candy corns on your accent now.
Oh,
and
yeah.
this color would be better for
definitely.
all over them.
I
So,
agree.
you concur?
Right. I do. I concur and concur.
You concur. Okay, so for those of you watching at home, this is Citrus Streak, Sahara, and White Lightning. So we're going to put a base of White Lightning down on your candy corn nail. So that,
So it has a little bit of white in there that it always has.
yes.
For those of you watching, I scarred Michelle because she put yellow polish on me one time and I didn't like it. And I foolishly told her and she's never forgotten it.
And it was actually yellow acrylic.
It was terribly sad.
You
I felt
traumatized
vicious.
me.
I did. I traumatized you. You know it's true.
But see, you get to say that though. You get to traumatize me in that manner. And I figure out of 10 years, if
One
I
time.
really one time of all these times of thinking
How
up
many
what
hundreds?
you know what I mean, of thinking up designs. If I've only monumentally so enough that you're like, dude, I don't like that one time, then I'm doing pretty good.
You
but
are.
I'm just never gonna forget it.
It is sad.
Hi, can I help you?
Yeah, is this Tiger Lily?
It is not.
Oh.
She is right next door, one door down that way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Was she upstairs before?
Yes. And now she moved down next to me, which is great because we share ventilation.
Which
So
is nice.
nobody cares about our
Stinky.
Yeah. Our stinkiness.
Stinky.
All right.
Stinky.
So Oh, is
Did I
that?
ask you?
I was thinking, is that your phone telling you something important?
Probably. Oh, my daughter is letting me know that there's a massive storm coming over the weekend and to be prepared with batteries and food and water. And,
hilarious.
yeah.
Which I just, like my picture I put up the other day with the outdoor lawn furniture that was blown over. The
Yeah.
whole we will
That was so funny.
Because
well, especially with
I'm watching the
Michael.
hurricane, right?
Matthew, I'm sorry, yes.
And I'm like, dude, and everybody like, you know, we have a storm blowing in. We have 22-mile-an-hour winds with gusts up to 35. I'm like, y'all do get there's a hurricane going on the other coast, right? Monumental flooding, trees going down, shoreline eroding away. This is not a crisis. Like, so they're like, oh, there might be some power outages with this storm. I'm like every storm we get every winter, knock it off. It's like the people who can't drive when it like sprinkles outside. I'm like, I'm the person who's driving down the road with my head hanging out the window of my car yelling, y'all, it does this like a whole bunch during the year.
Well, you know, it's like when people back east made fun of us when we had the big snow.
Right.
However long ago it was. And it's like, yeah, well, if this snowstorm hit San Francisco, they'd be having the exact same problem we're having. So, you know, it depends on where it is. But when it comes to rain events, yeah,
I was trying to explain to somebody the other day that I was like, snow here is different than snow in the Midwest because
it's flat
in the Midwest it's flat. There's not all the hills, and here there's the hills and the snow is wetter.
And then
it's drier, right? And it freezes, and then you end up with glare ice. In the Midwest, the snow is drier, so it turns into like a compact snow and ice, and it's flat. So it is different.
It is very different. Although, you know, it's sort of like when people here get, you know, wanky about earthquakes, and you're like,
right?
You had a 3.1 earthquake. Yeah, you did. Wow.
Yeah, Taylor in Japan the other day had a 4-point-something, and he said, yeah, somebody told me that there was a 4-point-something earthquake. I wouldn't know. I slept through it. Didn't even stir.
Yeah.
So, good times.
I know.
Good times.
I know.
Well, you are just...
It's 2:30. Time for David to exercise.
Oh. Well, you are just your phone's a busy girl today. I'm telling you,
mine is usually turned off, so because I was always teaching, so I always had my phone turned off, the sound, so you never heard it. And now I don't have to have it turned off. So I'm like, well, I can just leave it on, and yeah, then you hear all of the noises it makes.
Well, it's funny. I've said for years that the people who are hardest to get in for their appointments are my retired people. You would think it would be the working people, but it's not. Working people have a very set schedule in regards to work, and then they just book their nail appointments around it, and that's just what happens. People who are retired have like this crazy all over the place schedule, and it's hard to get y'all pinned down. It's funny. People are like, oh, I'm retiring, so it'll be easier. And I'm thinking, historically speaking, in 20 years, that has not been true in my field.
I can see that. I can.
What are you going to do without your students to look at every single set of nails you do?
But I still have students looking at my nails because I'm still doing a club.
Oh, that's true.
And I'm still doing an enrichment class, so.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah, there'll still some kids to see it. And they don't have to learn how to read and write from me, so, you know.
Well, they'll probably like you a lot
better. They'll like me a lot better. Well, it's like some guy and woman in the Midwest allowed themselves to be recorded, and it's a divided house. He's for Trump, she's for Clinton. And I was like, I would never have allowed anybody in to listen to me talking about this. But the husband is like, I don't like her because she looks like an overweight, retired English teacher. And his wife goes, "You mean overweight like Donald Trump?" And he goes, "Oh no, he's 230 and has a something golf swing. He's fine."
Oh my God.
And then he goes, "I don't like Hillary because she's always pulling the woman card." And his wife goes, "She does not pull the woman card." He goes, "Are you a woman?" She's like, "What?" She goes, "Of course you wouldn't notice. You're a woman." And I was like, oh my word. Okay.
Right. Yeah, I think
It was just one of those, I would never have allowed myself to have this on. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Okay, let's do a little. Yeah. Putting white over the end again, and I was hoping I was just going to be able to leave it, but yeah, not so much. This is kind of fun. I never use sponges.
You always come up with some new technique I've not seen you do before.
It's because I keep watching all these dang YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Oh, I get how I'm going to be able to do this. Okay. You know, can you do, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's a work in progress. You're the first candy corn I've done in, God, a long time. Okay, so now we're going to go like this. Yellow. Orange. White. Orange, white. Okay, now let's do something I'm sure I shouldn't do, which is use my table.
I was going to say, probably have to clean that off.
Probably. Well, that's kind of fun, isn't it? Kind of like that. It's got it makes a nice fade. But we need more white down here.
That's hilarious. All right. Sweet.
So now you will have
Candy corn.
candy corn. Still don't.
Michelle doesn't like that. Stop it.
Right? Oh, there we go. I'm all, oh, there we go. Is everybody who's still around watching this silly show of mine enjoying my entertainment here of playing with? There.
Nattering. Hello.
Yes. This is kind of
I
fun.
wiggle my finger at you.
Don't you wiggle your finger at me, young lady.
And it's being Monty Python. Say no more, say no more.
Okay, now let's try this again. Oh, you can definitely tell the second one is better.
Then I will do this.
I hope
That's
that'll be able to
cute.
stand up. That is cute.
Clever. Cleaver.
It's Cleaver. All right. Oh, that has to dry. And then we will cure you, and then you will be. I will cure you. Right. All right. We'll cook you. Do you like that one better?
You're the one who started this.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Now I can put it on here. This one's just a little messier on the end, but all right, guys. So there we go. For those of you who are
to get muck all on the
still
inside.
around, this is what we're doing. I know it's not as exciting today as my show
Hey.
normally is. Sorry.
You're saying I'm not exciting. Thanks.
You know, historically, my viewers seem to like it better when they see me,
I don't
not
blame
see
them.
me doing nails.
I understand that.
I mean, apparently, I'm like really boring doing nails, but not so much when you're actually like looking at me. And I'm,
It's the difference between a TED Talk and a documentary.
I suppose. I really like this one though.
I do too. Well done.
Well done, chap. Like, I seriously think I'm going to be doing way more of that because it worked really well with the Dazzle Dry. It dried really fast, and so that was cool. I dig it. Can you dig it? Can y'all dig it?
Yes, the new way to explain to children how to do their sneezes is to do the dab.
That, oh my God, that's where we are now.
Don't spread your germs when you sneeze, do the dab.
Oy.
See? The world is an exciting place.
Oh my gosh. I seriously, wow. Like, I'm just wow right now.
First world problems.
Right?
What was it? One of the guys that's with Doctors Without Borders kind of a thing. He's like, yeah, you know, we just wash stuff up and reuse it. That in an American hospital, you'd be sued out the wazoo.
Right. All right. Clean up that little mess
Clean
there.
up on a ring finger.
Clean up on aisle ring finger.
Yeah.
Yes, well, I'll have to grab my, well, that explains where
I didn't do it. I
Yes,
didn't
you
touch.
did.
I did not touch.
you touched that finger to that finger. I knew the white, you did it on both hands too,
did.
which was funny.
You did it with a sponge.
I did
You
not.
did, and that's my story. I'm sticking to it. You did it with a sponge.
That would be impossible because I had to put the white on under those other colors, and I had to put the second coat of white on to put together where you messed up before I even went and got the sponge. So that can't be it.
I can say it isn't that way. I've been
Seriously.
See?
That was seriously.
I'm giving you my third finger with white paint on it.
Oh, wrong one. That would explain why it's not taking that one off. Okay, now, time for oil. All right, so was this exciting for y'all? Because it was certainly exciting for us now, wasn't it?
We totally messed up your table.
Right? That's okay.
I was talking about I didn't get more paint on the inside of your curing doodah.
No, you did not. That is true.
And was I the maiden voyage of your
I've recently
back?
cleaned
Your-
my my table vent thing,
Yeah.
fan,
Well,
whatever it's called.
It's like in the scene shop, you've got the big backs on your big saws, so this sawdust all goes into the big vacuums instead of into your face, which is very cool.
There we are, my dear. All right, so I'm gonna grab this out of here. You grab out a card, and then I'm going to show them the finished product. I'm gonna show you guys the finished product, and then I'm gonna get out of here so I can run her credit card. So yeah, not so exciting today. Sorry, it's Wednesday. Ha ha. Hello, Dana Lynn. Okay, we're gonna switch around. We're gonna show some hands. Okay, ta-da. Stop, it can't focus. when you do
Oh, I didn't know
that.
you were taking a picture. I
I'm
thought you
not.
were just showing
It's-
them video.
I am, but it wasn't focusing. But I can take a picture, which is exactly what I'm going to do right there. There we go. All right, ta-da. Okay.
Are you happy now?
So, all right, guys.
It's really cute.
Gotta go. Turn around. You guys don't want to see my... Okay, gotta go. Because she's gotta go. But I will see you guys tomorrow on Thursday, same bat time, same bat channel. I'm always exciting. You just say that because you love me, Charlotte. All right, bye guys. Don't forget, go sign up for the webinar this weekend. youofnails.yapsity.com, $75 on Sunday. Sunday. All right.